recipient is Tom Gilmore, the managing partner of Gilmore Associates. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this short tape.
I spent some time looking around on the east side of town, on Broadway and Spring and Main, and that's when it just took me like breaths. It was, you know, some of the most beautiful buildings I ever saw. But I got here at 6 o'clock at night, and it was empty. There was nothing here, and it was a real revelation to me. It was this sort of wonderful relic of a time that had gone by in LA, and then all of a sudden it was clear that could change. It's really going to be about housing. It's really going to be about small business. It's really going to take advantage of the things that are already here, like Chinatown, Little Tokyo, and the toy district, and the fashion district, and the jewelry district. And if I've got a good basis, a good population here of young people, and bars and restaurants and clubs, and good little stores, and all the things that make great cities great, then I'm not going to have to ask people to come here. You know, people are going to come here on their own. And so our goal is to just sort of set it up. I think that at a certain point, everything you do professionally is driven by who you are, and it's really not about money, ultimately. It's about doing something bigger than that. And yes, I hope we all make money and all of that. But it's really more about doing something that really just gets us, you know, just grabs us right here and pulls us down the road. And that's a big part of it. I love what I do.
Trump Award is a man with whom I had the great pleasure last year of shoveling dirt at the groundbreaking of his exquisitely beautiful Trump National Golf Club in Palos Verdes. Before he says you're fired, welcome Mr. Dr. Donald J. Trump.
Thank you. So many brokers. This has been a lot of work. You know, I've turned down about 30 proposals tonight. Everybody that have a house for $60 million, it's a steal. Another one, $95 million. I'm telling you, Donald, you'll never have another opportunity like this again. You believe it? A house. And I'm sitting next to my security man. He's looking, $95 million for a house. But it really is a great group of people. You know, I've known brokers, and I've been with brokers all my life, and this room is largely broker, and I love them. And I've made a lot of money with brokers. I've also lost some. They've convinced me to do things that I absolutely should not have done. Does that sound familiar? But they're great, great people. You know, I just heard that, this is sort of a crazy one, I'm getting a star in January on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You believe that? But this is much more familiar territory to me, and I love it. I love real estate. I've had a lot of fun with real estate. We've had a great transaction out in Palos Verdes. It's worked out really well. And Rana is somebody like Tom that just doesn't quit. She started about 2 years ago calling my office. And she called whoever answered. It didn't matter. She started off with the secretary, anybody that would pick up the phone. She said, we want to create this award. Is that right, Rana? Stand up. You work so hard. Stand up. So finally, I said, all right, let him have the award, but I'm not going. And that was a mistake, because the phone calls just got worse and worse. You have to be here. How can we have an award? It's got your name. You don't have to be here next year or any other year, but for the first one, you have to be here. And after the 100th call, I said, you know what? I'm getting on my frickin' plane. I'm coming out. And it really has been worth it. She's a spectacular woman, and I've met a lot of other spectacular people, and you do a really good job, so congratulations. Now, our first award goes to a man who I'm very, very familiar with, and the thing I like about Tom Gilmore is that he doesn't quit. He doesn't understand the word no. He went downtown. Everybody said he's totally crazy, and now that's the new hot spot. That's not bad. I love that in real estate. So we were going over a group of people, and I said to Ron, you know, it has to be this guy that everyone said was nuts. And he hit really well and really big. So I just want to congratulate Tom Gilmore, and if you could come up, Tom, the man that doesn't quit. Get up here, Tom. Beautiful.
So much.
Donald Trump.
How cool is that, huh? Are you all as surprised as I am that I won this? I don't get West of La Brea much, you know. I spend most of my time downtown, so this is a very... the last time I was in this hotel, believe it or not, was the first day I was ever in the city of Los Angeles, and that was in 1986. And I stayed here at the Beverly Hills Hotel. It was opening, excuse me, a restaurant in Beverly Hills called Tribeca, if any of you remember. Good, so there's some alcoholics here in the crowd. So when we were called, when Ron called here, my office, there was a lot of skepticism, I would say, in my office that this was in fact a real phone call from a real person in Beverly Hills. And in fact, my staff, my crack staff over there in the back, most of them really believed that I was being punked. I'm not kidding. They couldn't possibly believe that anyone in Beverly Hills would ever care about downtown, and I'm happy to say things are changing. But then after they realized that this was real, and that amazingly enough, Mr. Trump was going to be kind enough to come here and do this, you know, the inevitable comparisons between me and Donald Trump started to occur. I mean, look at us, you know. He has a private jet. I have traveled by jet. He has one TV show that is the most popular show that is killing everybody in the rest of all of American and European TV. I have 2 television sets in my house. One's a flat screen. Purportedly, Mr. Trump has, you know, a net worth of billions of dollars. I also have a net worth. And so, we can just keep doing this, can't we? And he does he and I do share something. We both have our names on the door. The Trump name is an extraordinary name. I was in New York literally just a couple of weeks ago, and there's nothing you can do in the city without seeing the Trump name somewhere. And not just anywhere, on the best stuff in the city, which is the best city on earth. So, congratulations. And I'm only going to go on for another 45 minutes to an hour, so, but I will wrap up. I do want to tell you, though, I'm happy this choice was made, and not just for me, but because what it means about downtown Los Angeles in general, and Beverly Hills, and that is, we are no longer the little backwater. We're the second largest city in America, and it's time we acted like one. Downtown has been a pretty discouraging place for a lot of decades, and that has changed dramatically. And a lot of the business I hope you're doing over the next 10 years is actually going to end up being some pretty serious condo work in downtown Los Angeles. So it is with extreme gratitude. Rana, you've done such an extraordinary job. Everybody owes it to you. Mr. Trump, I can't tell you how much it means to me that you're here. It's an exceptionally wonderful thing for me. And before anything else, I have to thank the best staff that ever existed, all my gang from Gilmore Associates, and the two other most important people in the world, my business partner, Jerry Peroni, who is actually the brains of Gilmore Associates, and the chief operating officer of our company, and my wife, Trish Kiefer, who is my heart. So thank you all so very much. I'm so glad to be back in Beverly Hills after 20 years. Thanks again.